You're about to speak. Your heart rate jumps, your mouth goes dry, your brain fires off every version of what could go wrong. Here's the truth. That's not a weakness. That's adrenaline. And the leaders who own the room are not the ones who eliminated the nerves. They're the ones who learned how to convert them into command authority. Today, I'm giving you 5 tactics to speak with confidence and clarity in any room, any situation, anytime. According to Toastmasters International, 74% of professionals report experiencing speech anxiety significant enough to impact their career advancement. That's not a niche problem. That is most of your team, most of your peers, and possibly even you. The leaders who struggle to speak with authority are rarely struggling because they lack knowledge. They're struggling because they lack a structure. When the pressure is on, structure is what keeps you from freezing. In the Air Force, we brief generals on complex operations in just a few minutes. No rambling, no filler, one shot to deliver your recommendation with clarity and command authority. I had one briefing to a 3-star on a critical decision. They had a time limit of 10 minutes. I did it in 7, and I got the approval we were looking for. What I learned in those rooms with those decision makers is this: speaking with authority is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And like every skill, it is trainable. Tactic 1, use a 3-part structure: context, point, action. Context sets the scene, point is your main message, action is what you want people to do next. Without this structure, most speakers meander. They start with background, wander into details, and end without a clear ask. The audience remembers nothing because there was no spine holding it all together. With it, every message lands. Context tells people why this matters. Point tells them what to think. Action tells them what to do. In my case with the 3-star, context was, here's the decision I'm asking you to make. Point was, here are the factors we believe are relevant. Action was, please make a decision, sir. That's a little oversimplified, but you get the picture. Before your next talk, write this down. What's my context? What's my single point? What's the one action I want from this audience? If you can answer those 3 questions, you're ready to speak. Think about the last time you spoke to a group. Did you have a single clear point? Tactic number 2, pause on purpose. A short pause feels long to you. To the audience, it signals control. Most nervous speakers fill every silence with filler words because silence feels like failure. It is not. Silence is authority. After you deliver your main point, stop, take 1 breath, then continue. Let the point land before you move on. Do that consistently, and people will lean in every time you speak. I promise, the silences are not as long as you feel like they are. Tactic 3, trade perfection for clarity. When you try to cover everything, you land nothing. The audience cannot hold 10 points in their hand. They can hold 1. Pick 1 message, 1 story, 1 action. That's it. Cut everything else. If it does not serve your single point, it does not belong in the talk. The most powerful speakers in the world are not the ones with the most content. They're the ones who know what to leave out. Clarity is a leadership competency. Tactic 4, practice out loud with a timer. Reading your script silently does not count. Your brain processes written language differently than spoken language. You do not know how your talk sounds until you stand up and say it out loud. So stand up, speak your full talk from start to finish, time it. For a 3 to 5 minute talk, be tight. If you're over time, cut examples first, not your main point. Do this at least 3 times before you deliver for real. The 3rd run is almost always the best one. By then, your body has learned the content, you stop reciting and start speaking, and this is when your authority kicks in. Tactic 5, memorize your first sentence. The first 10 seconds of any talk carry more weight than the next 10 minutes. A strong opening line reduces anxiety because you start with momentum. Once you're moving, your body settles, your voice steadies, and your brain stops firing off those worst-case scenarios. Do not wing your opener. Write it, memorize it, deliver it from memory with a pause after. Your first sentence should make the audience feel one thing: I cannot afford to look away from this guy or girl who's speaking. Okay, here's a bonus tactic for you. Control your physical state before you speak. Before you walk into the room, take 2 minutes to manage your body. Stand tall, shoulders back, feet planted. Take 3 slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lower your heart rate before the talk begins, not during it. Research shows that posture and breathing directly influence the hormones tied to confidence and stress. You cannot always control how nervous you feel, but you can always control how you stand and how you breathe. 2 minutes of intentional preparation will do more for your authority in the room than any amount of last-minute note reviewing. All right, here's a quick recap for you. Use a 3-part structure: context, point, action. Pause on purpose. Silence is authority. Trade perfection for clarity. 1 message, 1 story, 1 action. Practice out loud with a timer at least 3 times. Memorize your first sentence so you start with momentum, and control your physical state before you walk in the room or on that stage. All right, that's all for this week. Drop a comment below and tell me the next setting where you have to speak in front of a group. Team meeting, board presentation, keynote, whatever it is. We'll help you develop an opening line if you want one. If these tactics gave you something you can use today, hit like, share this with a leader on your team who can use it, and subscribe so you never miss a Leadership TTP. Go out there, do great things today. Onward and upward.